All right, everybody wants me to react to this clip, so let's react to it.
In contrast, Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq.
Bro, he admitted it. He admitted it. He fucking admitted it.
I mean, of Ukraine, Iraq too. Anyway. 75. Here's the
he said, and Iraq 275. It goes to the dead. So this is apparently this is what's happening. This is what's happening, chat.
George W. Bush may be retired from politics, but he's keeping busy with his new hobby of painting. Today, the Picasso-in-chief tweeted his latest picture, a turkey sandwich and glass of lemonade in front of the ghost of the Iraqi child that follows him everywhere. Rebecca Mira has been following the painting POTUS's flourishing art career. He's pretty good, Rebecca.
Yeah, well, Rachel, Bush doesn't claim to be a great artist, but as he put it, not bad for an old man, huh?
Not bad at all. He says he likes painting simple things he sees in everyday life, like his dogs, that dead Iraqi child, his bathroom.
Well, the first paintings we saw were of Bush in the shower. He has an eye for quiet, intimate moments. It's really a revealing glimpse into what Bush's day-to-day life is like now that he's out of the Oval Office.
Well, I personally like the way that he uses mirrors to create a picture within a picture.
He's got a natural flair. His self-portraits really capture the former president's playful personality.
And you can see that Bush's art is improving over time. If you take a look, at first he could barely draw the Iraqi child's transparent hands, but now they look much more realistic.
Much more. You know, I'm not surprised that he's getting better. Bush practices constantly, sometimes turning out 40 to 50 paintings in a day.
And Laura Bush says he's more focused than ever, locks himself away for hours at a time and won't talk to anyone while he's painting.
Yeah, he's even started painting in his sleep. You know, he said he doesn't remember doing that one.
He takes a painting lesson every week too, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right. You know, this new landscape has got to be my favorite.
Wow, well, I think he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's Bush's view from his Crawford Ranch. He says this is where he's most at peace.
Well, I certainly can't paint that well. Thanks, Rebecca. Makes you wonder if history will look back on Bush as a politician or the next Rembrandt. Up next, a study found that drinking red wine once a day can help the body get hammered.
Oh, man.
And the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq. I mean, of Ukraine.
Thanks for the late dream.
Iraq too. Anyway. 75. Here's the
Jesus Christ. Yikes. Yikes.
A rally for Mastriano, but we've been told multiple times that media is not allowed.
Can you please step down your hands? Can you please step down? I'm asking.
What's the First Amendment? There was a situation between Peter Costa and this gentleman dressed as the Robert Costa. Excuse me. Explain to me. There was a situation today with the press here. What happened with that?
There was no situation. We just were trying to keep the press behind the cones.
Oh, gotcha.
That's all. No more, no less.
Why was the press not allowed into the event today?
It's not that they weren't allowed. This is a private event. Can you not put that on my face so close?
Oh, do you work for the Mastriano campaign?
Any questions? I'm just letting you know that I do have a job to do here.
Talking to somebody dressed as like a town crier, I guess you could say, has the bell. There we go.
Oh, every conservative wants to be a theater kid. Every conservative wants to be a fucking theater kid. They're all mad that their dad said acting in Romeo and Juliet would be gay. And they've been bitter about it for 40 fucking years. That's what's going on with every conservative. Jesus Christ, dude. The Good Liars are funny as fuck. I should follow them. Why am I not following them? They do annoying shit, and I love it.
I saw the sign, choose adoption. And how many children have you
Warnock
adopted?
polling at +5 now? If the Democrats actually perform well in the midterms because of the Roe v. Wade decision leaking and pass a bunch of shit, I will change my mind on Biden. If Biden signs, actually does pass 10, those important things we've talked about over the past 5 years, I'll say, you know what? He did a good job. I can change my mind. I'm not a fucking locked into hating someone forever. When he actually does it, when I see it, I'll believe it. Until that point, I'm going to stick with only hardcore candidates that I know I can support wholeheartedly. So people like Summer Lee and John Fetterman. I'm not gonna be supporting random fucking dipshits.
Not able to adopt.
Nuclear grade
I'd
copium,
love to
exactly.
adopt. We weren't able to adopt.
And how many children have you adopted?
None.
I have 2 of my own. Yeah.
And how many children have you adopted?
None.
And how many children have you adopted?
I have 2 of my own.
But so you've adopted,
I have 2 of my own.
but you haven't adopted it. Okay. The message. Okay. I saw the sign, choose adoption. And how many children have you adopted?
So you say that people should not get abortions, they should choose adoption. I fucking, this guy's, the way he delivers lines is so good, man. He's
The best is yet to come! The best is yet to come!
Is Sushi Mom here? Chad, I can top this. I can top this. I can top this. Mods, give me the link. Give me the link. Give me the link. Mods, give me the link. Let's go. Hurry it up. Hurry it up, mods. Hurry it up. You're too slow. You're too slow. This is what you're here for.
The best is yet to come!
It's all right. I found it on my own. I didn't need you. I didn't need you.
Hey Mike, it's Kimberly Guilfoyle here, and your good friend Elsie gave me a little bit of info, so I know you're a big streamer and you're out there fighting the good fight, battling back against the liberals. I know it is not easy, no easy day indeed, but keep up with the good work. We need patriots like you out there fighting, and if you set up your mic, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, yeah. That's what this is right here, chat. That cameo was created, and because of that, I set up this microphone, Mike's mic. Play it again. I missed the beginning. I guess you're gonna have to go find the VOD. It's a Shure SM7B. You set up your mic.
Best is yet to come!
Ah, good shit. Good shit.
Strong!
Mike is a cis white guy. He obviously never been to therapy. Not true. I tried to go to therapy. My sister recommended a therapist, so I went to this therapist. And we sat down to have a conversation, and he was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And he's like, "Well, I'm in politics, you know, blah, 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 blah." And we started talking, and he was like, and I was like, "Well, my politics are, you know, I'm part of the, you know, Bernie Sanders Democratic Socialist wing." And he's like, "Oh, I really like a lot of those policies. But, you know, we have to beat Trump. We have to pick someone who's electable." And so we just sat there, and I just tried to have a conversation about how, you know, he should have moral courage and he should pick the candidate for which he agrees with the most closely and have faith in the persuasive ability of himself and the candidate to show the goodness and rightness and moral correctness of his positions. And he should stop trying to be a television pundit and strategist because he's not very good at it. And then I never went back again. Let's just say that I don't have, you know, I don't know. I don't think that I'm definitely have issues that therapy could help with. But as far as like stuff that impair my function, I don't have it. I don't have anything that impairs my function. So I don't, you know what I need? I don't feel like I need it, which is different than it would be good versus like I need coping mechanisms to help me with my crippling anxiety. That I understand. Like, yeah, obviously you should be in therapy immediately to help you do that, you know, pharmacologically or through, you know, talk therapy or both, whatever. But if you don't have that, like, you know, I talked to this guy. What the fuck does this guy know? I did dialectical behavioral therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy and rehab and was great. Learned a lot on how to cope with the disease of addiction. That sounds based. My roommate is a socialist and had a German therapist, and she basically told him all his anxiety and depression was justified. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I have my own kind of views on the product of therapy in a neoliberal society, and the desire to psychologize. Yeah, that's the word. Psychologize things that are actually features of the failure of the system. I've been watching you ever since. I invite you back. I changed. I was wrong for implying Hillary is a better socializer. No, it was like 2018 or something, not 2016. Leftists always talk about class mobility. Crypto has been an insane opportunity, and so has NFTs. It's literally saving me from poverty. Okay, let me just put it to you this way. If you go to a casino and you go to a slot machine and you hit the jackpot and they come out, you hit the fucking progressive jackpot, you hit $1 million jackpot with your one shiny quarter, and then you it changed your life, which it would, unless you gambled it all away, right? If you took that jackpot, you put it in your bank account and you invested it and you changed your life, then yes, gambling would have made you the person you are today. You know who also did that? The founder of FedEx. The founder of FedEx was such a bad manager that he had the company almost bankrupt. So he realized that the company was going to go bankrupt that month unless he got a fresh infusion of cash. So he took every dollar he had. He went to the casino and he put it on red and he hit the ball. The ball went to the red and he doubled his money and he was able to keep the company afloat. Does that mean that's a wise thing to do? No, it's not. And the reason why I say this is because cryptocurrency provides no important use case. It is not used as a currency. It's purely a speculative investment, and the underlying asset doesn't have any utility outside of its use as a speculative asset, which means what's the floor for the price? $0. It is inherently a psychological phenomenon. I can't encourage people to invest in a psychological phenomenon, even if it has worked out over the past 10, 15 years. That's my personal judgment. Even though I was there at the beginning of crypto and I saw it coming. I often ask if I will return to crypto or begin regularly sharing my thoughts on the topic again. My answer is a wholehearted no, but to avoid repeating myself, I figure it might be worthwhile briefly to explain why I'm here. After years of studying it, I believe that cryptocurrency is an inherently right-wing, hyper-capitalistic technology built primarily to amplify the wealth of its proponents through a combination of tax avoidance, diminished regulatory oversight, and artificially enforced scarcity. Despite claims of decentralization, the cryptocurrency industry is controlled by a powerful cartel of wealthy figures who, with time, have evolved to incorporate many of the same institutions tied to the existing centralized financial system they supposedly set out to replace. The cryptocurrency industry leverages a network of shady businesses connections, bot influencers, and pay-for-play media outlets to perpetuate a cult-like get-rich-quick funnel designed to extract new money from the financially desperate and naive. Financial exploitation undoubtedly existed before cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency is almost purpose-built to make the funnel of profiteering more efficient for those at the top and less safeguarded for the vulnerable. Cryptocurrency is like taking the worst parts of today's capitalist system, corruption, fraud, and inequality, and using software to technically limit the use of interventions, e.g. audits, regulation, taxation, which serve as protections or safety nets for the average person. Lose your savings account password? Your fault. Fall victim to a scam? Your fault. Billionaires manipulating markets? They're geniuses. This is the type of dangerous free-for-all capitalism cryptocurrency was unfortunately architected to facilitate since its inception. And this is really crazy to me. Someone scams my password and I just lose everything and people go, your fault? That is fucking dumb. No one's infallible. It could happen to literally anyone. There's no way to defend yourself. But these days, even the most modest critique of cryptocurrency will draw smears from the powerful figures in control of the industry and the ire of retail investors who they've sold the false promise of one day being a fellow billionaire. Good faith debate is near impossible. For these reasons, I simply no longer go out of my way to engage in public discussions regarding cryptocurrency. It doesn't align with my politics or belief system, and I don't have the energy to try and discuss that with those unwilling to engage in a grounded conversation. I applaud those with the energy to continue asking the hard questions and applying the lens of rigorous skepticism all technology should be subject to. New technology can make the world a better place, but not when decoupled from its inherent politics or societal complication. Damn. I think that's pretty goddamn accurate. He's the co-founder of Dogecoin? Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I understand why people want to make money. I want to make money. I appreciate it. But I understand that with investing, it comes down to either you could think of it as two factors. You have yourself risk tolerance. I guess it's risk tolerance, right? And I just don't, and you have fundamentals. And I just don't believe in the fundamentals of crypto. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. And when you don't believe, when you have no conviction that a thing has any utility, then you shouldn't invest in it. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. But I'm not going to buy into something that I think is actively harmful just because I think there are bigger idiots behind me. This is why you're broke. I think you're talking to the wrong person. If crypto is looking up on social media, it's probably going down. Mike is right. Don't FOMO. Yeah, FOMO is not a reason to invest. And honestly, I'm pretty, you know what my next investment's going to be, chat? I think I talked about it the other day. I'm not recommending
3.50. Your broke apparent Satch.
Oh, thank you, Captain Jewish, for the 350. Here's my next investment. If I make an investment, it's going to be this. This is from the Treasury of the United States, called a Series I savings bond. I'm not recommending this. I'm not your fucking financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. Through October, you can spend up to $10,000 and you can get an interest rate of 9.62%, guaranteed from the federal government. That's you know what? We have high inflation, so guess what? I'm going to fucking go buy treasuries. I don't believe in our economy right now. It feels like it's in a bubble. We got high inflation, so that's it. I wish I could invest in the Norwegian oil fund. Sorry, it's owned by the state. It's good I invested in the last 2 6-month periods. Nice. Series I savings bonds are a low-risk savings products. During their lifetime, they earn interest and are protected from inflation. 9.62% interest rate. Interest earning periods, 30 years. Now, you can't get rid of them you get a penalty for the first 5 years, but after 5 years, you could cash them out with no penalties. Series bonds are also exempt from taxation by any state or political subdivision of a state. And their interest earnings are subject to federal income tax. So there you go. 9% for 30 years? Yeah, you might want to get those. I might want to get some of those. It's not 10% for 30 years. It's based on inflation. I bonds can be purchased through October 2022 at the current rate. That rate is applied to the 6 months after the purchase is made. Interest is compounded semi-annually. When does my bond change rates? It's a combination of the fixed rate and the inflation rate. So there you go. There you go. Don't you have to be a government employee to buy these? No. You can only buy 10K of them. It can't go negative, but after the first year, the rate can change. True. Crypto is good because it's not any worse than any other capitalist exploitation. I remember the time when my grandpa was like, people are making good money just through interest rates from bank savings account. Yeah. It's not looking good. That's the thing that I think that you can get some decent savings accounts return. Let's take a look at our old Bitcoin. Here's the thing about investments is typically when you have an investment, it's in euros here, sorry. When you have an investment that's really valuable, you have investment opportunity, you don't tell anybody. Like if you had insider information that a stock was about to pop, you would go and buy it. Maybe you would tell your closest friend and family, but you would pile every dollar you had if you knew there was a sure thing. You wouldn't be running around trying to convince more people to buy in.
I have invested money.
That is Queen Kitten. Thank you for the 12 months. My dad told me the market is tanking and it's not looking good. Let's see. Let's take a look at how the markets did today. Looks like they're not doing too hot. Not great. S&P turns positive in the final hour of trading. Not according to this. You have an obligation to like, comment, and subscribe.